There is nothing more precious than a baby, and we are thrilled to have little Arlo here. But there's also nothing easy about being a first-time mom. You're thrust in a whole new world. There's no instructions, but there are some really great products that can make things a little easier. So our friend and first-time mom, Megan Greenberg, is back. We talked to you all through your pregnancy, and now we get to see the great end result with baby and Arlo.
It's been 7 months.
I was going to ask you how old he is. So he's 7 months old?
Why so fast?
Wow.
Yeah.
He is absolutely precious. I know we all want to just oogle Arlo, but we do have to also point out he's already a star model. We saw you on the cover of Style magazine.
He's getting me into all the good spots.
I see that. Now, it says all grown up, but I refuse to believe that he is all grown up because we want him to stay a baby.
Yes, forever and ever. He promises he will.
Okay.
No longer, no more than a year.
And I have certainly done the baby thing a couple of times, but I have to tell you, you have done something I have never even thought about attempting. I understand you took an international trip with an infant.
Yes, we have a conference that we go to overseas, that's right, and that we put on overseas called PINC. Everybody should check it out, P-I-N-C. But we took him on the flight, and he was just a great boy. He entertained himself for an hour with a plastic water bottle, so maybe all of this stuff is actually obsolete. You don't need it. And even this little thing, this is the magic maker. It's just, as long as it makes noise and lights up, your baby is a
music maker.
Yep, he's good to go.
Well, those are simple things, but you do have things a little more involved that have been lifesavers for you. So please share them with anyone that may need the help.
By all means. And Lifesaver may be a bit of a stretch, but they are so helpful. This nightlight, I love it because a lot of times Arlo recently started sleeping in his crib instead of our bed, but he doesn't always stay there all night long. So it's nice to be able to take his nightlight portable from one room to the other.
Good point.
It changes, you can dim it, just press it again and it'll light up the other way. So lift your hand up and then push it down with your finger again on the top. Yep. It'll change colors just to a different, like a dimmer yellow as well. And it's nice as he gets older, he can bring it in his little book nook or bring it around. Say he spends the night somewhere else and he just wants that comfort of home. It's just a consistent light that he can take with him everywhere, no matter where he's going. And so it's just and it's nice, it's pretty. It's kind of
quite
fits
honestly,
in.
you don't even necessarily need a baby to do that. I mean, if you were going to get up and go to the restroom or something in the middle of the night, that is an awesome thing to have with you.
Because it goes nice and dim or super bright. So
all right, let's talk about eating, because at 7 months, I bet he's pretty happy about that.
He loves food. We've been eating for a few months, and this is just my favorite. I'm a big food person myself, so this comes in handy because you can make all the food you want, whatever you want, fruits, veggies, whatever you're eating, grind it up, and then once you puree it, you can just put it into this little container, or you can spoon it in. But if you make a big batch, you would make whatever you've pureed and put it in here, and then you just use a plunger, and you get your own reusable bag. So I can write Arlo's name on it.
Okay.
And then instead of buying those food pouches that are now, there was just an article about how those food pouches are contaminating the ocean. There's so much plastic, etc. This is your own BPA-free, reusable plastic. It's your kids. You just wash it. You can even put it in the dishwasher if you want, or hand wash. The food, you can store your frozen food in these little silicone little pods. And then if you want to, you can just take out a frozen pod and put it in here. And just zip it up, and a couple hours later in the Florida sun, it's ready to go.
I was loving that cute little spoon.
This is what everybody stopped us on the trip about too. So these little spoons can screw onto any of these at all, even the ones you buy at the store, the food pouches from the store or the food pouches that you buy and refill yourself. And you would just screw these on, and this becomes a portable little food pouch with the spoon.
Oh, you just squeeze it.
So you just squeeze it.
I'm going to have a baby to get new stuff. This is so fun.
Yes,
I want another one of these.
This is killing our biological clock. All right, and then of course they get mobile and it gets a little harder.
Right there on the bottom, there's another toy for them to play with.
That's also part of being mobile. Let's talk about the walker.
So we just got this, and he loves it so far because it allows him to learn how to push off with his feet, and he mainly moonwalks in it. So far we're going backwards as opposed to forward, but it's nice. I really like this brand because it's clean, it's easy to clean, and the front has a suction cup available tray that you can add toys to. You can put food on. He can just bang his hand on it if he wants to. It's a little bit wide, so it's not going to go all over your house, which is kind of nice, but it's just a really great way for them to entertain themselves for about 15-20 minutes before they move on to the
And he'll
next.
take it.
else.
Anything
Next
works.
toy.
This is the stage where we need lots of activity. All right, now this little guy is as cute as can be. What will he be able to do with this?
So this is, we're getting to this. So far, he would essentially just balance on this. So it's kind of their baby's first bike is what it's called. And it really helps them with balance because they can get their feet to the floor and they can hold on to the handle. And it does move, but essentially they're not going to bike all over your house. It's supposed to really help with their core and their stability. So it's another thing. It's with parent involvement, of course. You just put them on, and they kind of learn how to roll back and forth and how to, of course, gain their posture with this as well, too.
and honestly, and before walking, to be able to learn how to do it without being free.
Without it tipping over, like the Striders, they tip.
This keeps it, and it's really good too,
cute
I
as
must
can
say,
be.
to not always have them on a toy. You know, they need a lot of just freedom and floor time, but these are really great to help support their growing.
All right, and this seems so obvious here in Florida, but you've mentioned that everybody stops and asks you about your fan.
Everybody, they just think it's the most novel idea. Oh, a fan on a stroller, why didn't I think of that? It's $15 from Amazon. You can get any one you want.
And it's actually a desk fan, so if you search for it, don't necessarily look stroller.
Yep, if you
this
look
one.
up stroller fan, it'll bring you to desk fan. So
Okay.
apparently other people have thought of this somewhere perhaps, but it's just, yep, you put it on and you blow it right into the stroller and it keeps him nice and cool. And
I
you should
can't get
probably
his little fingers in it.
No,
so,
he can't.
Yep.
As he gets older, it may move around, so he can't grab it all.
Right, he's going to learn how to do that, I'm sure.
So, but
as
it's
of
nice
now-
and helpful when it's 1,000
He's
degrees.
so
out.
handsome
liking
too.
that.
We have to
Thank
point
you.
out he's
Yes.
definitely the well-dressed baby that we would
Expect nothing less of you, Megan.
He is adorable, and what makes it more fun than getting to get all those products? Megan, you've always been our product guru, but did you know it could get even better when you got to add baby products?
So much fun. They're so cute too.
All right, well, she's going to need toddler products next because he is well on his way to being mobile. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Great to see baby Arlo, who is as well behaved as can be. So.
busy.
No doubt he stole the show. All right, well, coming up next, Kelly has some hints to get us in swimsuit shape for summer. Look at that face.